What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Matty Ice, back at it again with another video. It's been 8 months since my last one, way too long, way too busy, but here I am. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, hope everybody had a good New Year. I had a great one. I was in Las motherfucking Vegas. It was lit, more lit than you can imagine. Subtle flex aside, let's get into today's video. I will be reviewing Cats. I say review in the loosest terms possible because it's more just my opinions on it rather than its merits as a film. Because I liked it. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. You expect me to be mad about how it looks. You expect me to be mad about how stupid it was. But I had a great time, and I'm here to explain why. Let's get into it. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the visuals, of which I was not bothered by. You'd think I'd be disgusted with how creepy these cat-human hybrids are. That's all you ever hear on Twitter and YouTube, is just these so ugly. Not really. They look like humans. They look like humans wearing costumes, just CGI'd. They walked on all two legs, like they danced on two legs. They had human facial features. They had the cat ears here, a little bulbous on top, but that's what costumes look like. I think they look better than the costumes in the musical, because they were just costumes aided with CGI. Yeah, the faces kind of looked a little iffy at some spots, but you know, I got used to them. I watch a lot of weird shit. My favorite show on television is Tim and Eric's Awesome Show. It's one of the weirdest shows ever.
Hamburgers and hot dogs too. I want to have a barbecue.
So I have, weirder tastes. This is why I struggle to call this a review and more of just my opinions on it, because it might be objectively bad, but again, I didn't mind them. Yeah, I saw some feet clipping through the floor when they were dancing. Yeah, their hands were weird. Yeah, their faces were weird too, again. But at the end of the day, I didn't mind it. I thought it looked good. I mean, not good, but I enjoyed it. Like I said, that's the thing about art. I just enjoyed it. I didn't think they were that ugly or anything. One bit I do have to commend the production team on is the use of practical effects. They really built these oversized sets to make it look, really real. They had these props throughout the use of the film. The forks and knives in this one bit. They have champagne bottles and this and that. The props that were oversized were really made, and it really aids in the effect of the film. They do look small cats. Yeah, the scale might be a little uneven and not constant, but whatever, I'm not really, stressing. I liked what I saw on the screen. That's all I can say. It's just objectively, I don't know, I liked it. You might not, but I did. But the practical effects really were spot on. I do have to commend them. Now that that's all out of the way, we can talk about my favorite bit in the movie, the music. I loved the music. I found myself listening through the entire soundtrack in my car without having to skip any of the songs. My favorite ones are Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat and the Jellicle songs for Jellicle Cats in the beginning. They are so catchy and boppy, and they all tell a little story, and they all have these motifs featured throughout the whole song to keep them grounded, and they're all just so catchy and lovely. I don't know, man. It's just weird. I don't know what happened. I was expecting to hate everything about this film, but I ended up loving the music on a personal level. Especially that Skimbleshank song. Skimbleshanks the railway cat, the cat of the railway train. I don't know, there's just something weird about it. I can't put my finger on it, but I just love the music. There's one thing I didn't like about the music, though, and that's the very first song you hear. They call it the overture or something. Granted, it is a bit jarring when the film starts because you're thrown into this really creepy world, and the first song that plays sounds like a circus from hell. It is the creepiest song ever. Listen. song sucks. So that was jarring as hell when it first starts. That's the first thing you hear is that freaky ass music. But after that, once they start singing and dancing, it's a hell of a time. I fucking loved it. I don't know. And the last bit that has to be talked about with any movie is the plot. The plot is weird. It doesn't make sense, but I didn't care. I liked it. It's basically this new cat being thrown off to the side and being introduced to these other cats who sing and dance around her. The Jellicle cats, whatever that means. It's like a play on the word angelical, but in the movie it just is like their clan name. They're essentially like a cult of cats. And they all dance around her, introduce herself, and the first hour is just them introducing themselves to that new cat, and then they explain how there's the Jellicle Ball, and Old Deuteronomy, their leader, sends them, they do like a talent show essentially, and then the Old Deuteronomy picks them. Whoever wins gets sent off to the Heaviside layer, which is essentially heaven. It's weird and it makes no sense. The most common complaint I see on the plot is like it doesn't make any sense. It's just 2 hours of cats introducing themselves. It's stupid. But my thing is, you're thrown into this really, really, really bizarre world and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? And then slowly throughout the movie, you're getting more acquainted to the characters who live in it. It's like just being more familiar with what's going on, and it's almost comforting to have all these different cat introductions and more parts of the universe of the cats being explained to you. I don't know, I kind of vibe with that. I'm not gonna lie. Another part about the singing that I liked is, if you'll allow me to be a little bit sincere for a second, you know, it's hard to, you know, find your own identity, you know? People go through identity crises. I don't know what the fuck I am or what I'm doing. So it was kind of comforting to watch a 2-hour film of cats being like, this is me. This is what I do. I'm Skimbleshanks and I run the railway. I'm Rum Tum Tugger and I don't listen to fucking anybody. I do what I want. I'm Bustopher Jones and I eat a lot of food and I'm okay with that. I'm this one and this is me. This is what I am and what I do, and don't you fucking say anything about it. It's, you know, it's a whole movie about essentially self-confidence, if you want to look at it that way, which is how I did. And I kind of found, you know, a little solace in that, of just 2 hours of straight confidence. I don't know. I may be looking into it a little bit weird because I'm a weird guy, but that's what I took from it, and I got a lot out of it, actually. I also liked Macavity, Idris Elba's character, who is just picking them off one by one, taking them out of the competition, teleporting them out of the barge.
Son of a bitch, he barged me.
He was an evil guy. He was a scary-looking guy. Yeah, he wears clothes in the beginning, and then in the middle he's naked, which was weird. But whatever. You know, I don't like to nitpick things. That's the weird thing about art. It's like, it could be a terrible movie, which it very well might have been, like a really badly written movie, weirdly animated, like this and that. But like when you like the art, you just look past it. I don't know. I wasn't bothered by anything that I saw on the screen. There was one thing that did bother me though, which was the hard R. Not what you're thinking. In one of the songs called Mungo Jerry and Rumpelteazer, they're singing a song, and they say their names because it's an introduction to everybody, and Mungo Jerry has like this Cockney accent, and the other one, Rumpelteazer, doesn't, so just listen.
It was Mungo Jerry.
What was that? Oh, teaser.
The hard R really bothers me.
Rump. Oh, teaser.
What was that? Oh, teaser.
That's the one thing that I cringed at. Actually, that's not true. That's one of the things I cringed at. The other thing was Rebel Wilson cat spreading her legs and being all fat and floppy. That bothered me a little bit because it was sexual. But like the mice, the cockroaches, the CGI, I wasn't bothered by it. I enjoyed it. But those one little two things, the hard R, Rebel Wilson, and maybe Idris Elba being naked, weird. But like, it didn't ruin the whole movie for me. I just thought it was just an interesting choice to make. I don't know. And it took a lot of risks. It took so many risks. It took so many chances. It was almost essentially an avant-garde film. It was so fucking bizarre, and the structure was so not like a typical film that I'm glad it got made. I'm glad I got to see it. I'm glad I spent money on it. You know, I like to see the risk takers. I like the Disney stuff too. I saw Aladdin like 40 times, but I liked the weird shit too. I don't know what to tell you. I'm glad I saw it. If you're a little disappointed and you wanted me to just rip on it and shit on it and tear it apart, I'm sorry to disappoint you. but I quite enjoyed it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I had a great time. Some people say there's too much singing. Yeah, it got a little boring in the middle when it was just dancing and singing, but I love the music, especially after I listened to it on like in my car on the way home and stuff. I want to see it again because I like the music, you know? I don't know what to tell you. I'm bopping, I'm jamming, I'm dancing to frickin' Skimbleshanks and goddamn Busterfer Jones, the cat in white spats. Like, I don't know, man. There's something so weird about it. Just all introductions to different cats, but it was just, I liked it. That makes me question my credibility, if we're being honest, because everyone, not a single person online enjoyed this film. Except for me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just fucking broken. I recently just watched all the Star Wars films leading up to Episode 9, and I liked the prequels the most. I don't know if I'm just being a contrarian, or I'm just have bad taste, but I enjoyed them more than the original trilogy. I thought they were boring. I like the politics. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe just don't... That's why I struggle to call these reviews, because I have such bad taste, maybe. Either way, that's just my opinion on all these films and Cats. I liked it. You might not. I'm not going to say go see it because it's very not for everybody. I don't want you to waste your money, but I personally liked the hell out of it. I think we're going to wrap it up there. There's not really much I can say because I can't really defend my weird-ass points. All I can say is I don't know. I liked it for so long without it being repetitive, but I really did. I truly did. I want to see it again. I'm probably going to buy the Blu-ray. I don't know. There's just something weird about it that I enjoyed, and that's my review. I don't even want to call it, it's called a me view. It's just my opinions on it at the end of the day. I'm not really reviewing it as a film because, you know, it's not the best, but again, you look past it if you enjoy it. That's my takeaway is art is subjective and you can like things without having them to be good films. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna be trying to do these more often. We'll see. With school, I like to do these whenever I get an idea, but, you know, can't promise, can't work everything out, but I'm going to try to do this because I got a nice new camera now. Thank you to my grandmother for Christmas. Very nice camera. I'm going to hopefully be doing a lot more stuff, not just these kind of videos, but just like, you know, short films and stuff. I hope you liked my short film I just put out a couple weeks ago, Life is Sweet. That was for a class project, but I had a great time shooting it. Thank you to everybody who worked on it if you're watching this. And that's going to be it. I'm going to leave it at that. And I will see you in the next one.